YNW Portland agreeing to a plea deal in exchange for 10 years in prison, followed by 6 years probation rather than life. And so his real name was Cortland Henry.
Yep.
Has agreed to a plea deal, no contest, 2 counts accessory after the fact in connection with the 2018 double murder of YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie. This plea deal means he avoids life sentence. He'll serve 10 years in prison, 4 already served, followed by 6 years probation. So with him having all of this time served, he's basically not going to be in that long. He'll be out in less than 5 years. The judge said this was a miracle. This was like a Hail Mary that he got. But we're going to play the video and see what's going on.
The charges and the consequences of the plea. Accordingly, and pursuant to the negotiated agreement, I will sentence you as follows. In case number 19-1871 CF10A, as to count 3 and count 4, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in Florida State Prison. That will be followed by 6 years of reporting probation. I will impose mandatory court costs. Pursuant to 943.325, I will need a set of your prints and DNA. Pursuant to 938.27, I will impose a cost of prosecution of $100. Sir, I'm also ordering restitution in that case payable to Terry, T-E-R-R-I, Bagley, B-A-G-L-E-Y, and Ashley, A-S-H-L-E-Y, Phillips, P-H-I-L-L-I-P-S, and reserving as to the amount. I'm going to give the state 120 days to tell me the amount of the restitution. If they fail to do so within 120 days, there will be no restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys agree on the amount, I will impose that as another condition of your sentence to pay back. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys do not agree. Lastly, and I want to make it very clear on the record, and it's unrelated to this negotiated change of plea, I guess at some point after the fact, the state wants to take a proffer from you or have a discussion with you, ask you some questions about whatever that may be. What I want you to understand, sir, is I guess that's part of this negotiated resolution, but your answers to any of those questions, whatever they might be, have no bearing on me and have no bearing on this negotiated resolution. In other words, the deal you've negotiated is the deal you've negotiated, and that's the ballgame. Do you understand all that, sir? Have you had enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that? They've answered all your questions? You're sure that that's what you want to do?
1090 Jake. Thanks for giving me the chance to clear up a lot of the confusion and just chaos that's happening online right now. It's clear that a lot of people just don't understand what has happened. In all, he was facing 5 mandatory life sentences if found guilty, plus an additional 75 years on top of that. And the facts of his plea are that he has pled no contest. That's very important because that means he has not admitted guilt. He's not admitted that he's done anything wrong. And he's certainly not admitted or given information about anybody else. He's been found guilty, but in exchange, the state has dismissed the 2 murder counts, the conspiracy to tamper with a witness count, and the charge about directing the activities of a criminal gang. He's going to be sentenced to 10 years in Florida State Prison, followed by 6 years of probation with credit for time that he has served. And he's required as a part of that to sit down and give what's called a proffer. Typically, when you hear the word proffer, especially in a criminal case, it's when a witness offers information or will explain what they would testify to if called at trial or a hearing. It's unfortunate that we use that word today in court because that's not what's going to happen in this case. Portland is not going to sit down and give a lengthy proffer or answer questions about what he would testify to if he were called as a witness, because we don't anticipate him being called as a witness at any trial or any hearing, especially not one involving Melly. What I can tell you is that Portland is not going to implicate anybody else. He's not going to provide information against anybody else. Melly's name is not even going to come out of his mouth when he's talking to prosecutors in this case. I anticipate the conversation with the prosecutors is going to be very, very brief. And it is not going to be what everyone thinks it's going to be online, where he sits down and rats or provides information to cooperate against other people. A lot of people are saying that Portland's plea and his proffer are going to hurt Melly in some way and affect his trial in the future. And again, that's absolutely untrue. YNW Portland is not going to be a state witness. YNW Portland is not going to provide information that's going to impact Melly's trial in any way. YNW Portland is not expected to come and provide information against anybody. So to be clear, his plea, his proffer, and anything surrounding it will have absolutely no impact on Melly's trial.
Now
Man, this is a nasty case, and it's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. I'll bring us on screen here, but we've been covering this case for years. It's been going on, and for him to get this, it's a true Hail Mary for him to get this, because he's going to be out in a couple years. I still don't know what happened. All the evidence that we saw, it seems like there is foul play. We seen that from their two friends that passed away. They said that it was the ops that drove and did a drive-by on him, but from the forensics from the case, it looked like that the shooting happened inside the actual vehicle, and that there was actually gunpowder residue inside the vehicle, because if you shoot a gun, it's like a mini explosion. So there's going to be all kinds of debris and stuff that you may not even be able to see. So it's crazy to see. I wonder what caused them to kind of turn on their two friends and do this. But it's crazy because he's going to get out in just a couple years, because they've already been jailed for locked up. And even if you get 10 years, you don't got to serve a full 10. And
like 85%. So you do, 85%. So you do.
Well, that's what I was about to say is what state was this in?
Florida.
This is in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And in Florida, yeah, you do have to do 85%. In some states it's less. Some states it's like 60 or 50. So we'll see how much time he actually ends up left, and when they actually put the paper to it and get the exact numbers. But he's going to get out in a couple years. He doesn't have to snitch. And but what I don't really understand, and you might answer this, co-host, is like by doing this plea deal, he's not admitting guilt. He's not saying he did it, and he's not saying he didn't do it. And they're dismissing the double homicide and the tampering with a witness. But how is he still getting 10 years if they're dismissing those major charges? It's like, what is he technically getting charged with if those major charges are not being are technically being dropped or not prosecuted? I don't know, the whole thing from the get-go has been like the weirdest case ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been super slow, super drawn out. I thought you had the right to a speedy trial, but this has been like the slowest trial I've ever seen. And it looks like this dude wanted out, and he's going to get out really quick. So he might look at that as like, I could have got really screwed here. I'll sit down for 2.5, 4 years, whatever it ends up being. And then I'll be freed and be able to go on with my life. And who knows if Melly will get the same thing, or if they're just going to try to make the example out of him only and give him the life sentence or, the death penalty, excuse me.
The police know what's going on. The only thing is they just don't got no video evidence. They have no video evidence.
They have the evidence, like I said, though.
How is it not enough?
How is that not enough? That's what I don't understand.
It caused a mistrial. That's how you know it's not enough. Because remember, they did the trial. They did other forensic science, and the people was like, it's not good. It's not good enough. They want a video. People want to see a video. They have nothing there that actually shows Melly was there. Like, you got him getting in the car, and then that's it. Like, between the time he got in the car and the time the situation happened, like anything,
it was a few minutes.
Like anything could have happened. Like, you could have dropped Melly off, which they're saying he did.
I think they got video of him getting in the car. They know it happened that much time later, and like they have the gunpowder residue. Like if you're getting shot, it's the only thing that it's gonna come in there is the bullet.
Yeah.
And if there's fragments from the glass or the metal from the door or the bullet fragments, that are going to do stuff. There's not going to be any gunpowder residue whatsoever.
But
so the fact that the gunpowder residue is in it and that they triangulate like the bullet projection and see that it 100% with the gunpowder and the way that the bullets went, that it looks like someone from the backseat shot someone and sitting in front of them. Like, I don't understand how that's not enough. Like, that's too much for that to not be enough. Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense. You don't need a camera when you have literally gunpowder residue in the vehicle. If you're getting shot at, there's no gunpowder in the residue. But who
who shot it? Well, who shot it? Who shot it though? If you have to know who shot the gun. Who shot the gun?
Well, apparently they know, because Melly is locked up and Bortland's locked up, and they know that they were sitting in the back seat.
You got to prove it. And clearly you didn't prove it the first time with the mistrial. That shows right there.
But I don't understand how they don't prove it when they have them getting in the vehicle and they actually know that, like, even when they drove him to the hospital, like, that they were in the vehicle in those positions.
He wasn't there, though.
And they tried to change, and they did weird stuff, too. And it's like all kinds of stuff that doesn't make sense.
Because the thing is that when you go to a trial and it's like you gotta get judged by your whole jury, however many people it is. It's always that one person that's me. That I want to see a video. Like, I don't care. Like, you got a video of him getting in the car, and it was like an hour and a half before the person died. So within that time, anything could have happened. I need to see a video.
I think Murder on My Mind was such a big hit that no matter what jury they get, they're always gonna have one Murder on My Mind fan.
Exactly.
And they're gonna be like, not guilty.
Exactly. But you remember, but before you do the whole court thing, you have to you go through the whole jury system. You have to you have to pick the jury that you want to be there. So they ask the question, like, do you know this song? So yeah,
you know this artist. They're supposed to screen out those people.
Yeah, like with the whole Diddy case, like they did that with the whole Diddy case.
Get a bunch of older people, they have no idea who he is. They'll never heard of him or his music.
Exactly. But what I really think, so basically, and to answer your question is, like, what they caught him with, they charge him with tampering, and they charge him with two counts of accessory after the fact of a capital felony. So, I mean, a capital felony is a murder. So basically his proffer is, like, he doesn't have to tell on Melly, but he has to tell something about like, what did you do? Like, how are you in this situation? What did you do?
Yeah, and I think he's gonna explain it, but he's gonna do it in a kind of just vague and generic way, and that he's not really gonna give anything away. And then this is just gonna be him getting out of this situation, even though he's not. He is, because it's like doing that minimal time when your whole life could have been thrown away.
Exactly.
That you made a lot of people look at that as a blessing.
I think he's going to get out by like 31, 32. So he's like 31, 32 years old. But I feel like
he's still young.
I feel like they're just doing this because they're trying to get Melly to take a plea, because his court case isn't like till 2027. So like the whole time he's gonna be thinking like, oh yeah, so is this person gonna snitch? Is it not gonna snitch? Because 2 years is a long time.
Well,
like,
I don't understand like how they're allowed to do that, because it's like you're supposed to have the right to a speedy trial, but then they'll do stuff where they push it back, and then it's like, well, they could say no and don't push it back, but then they'll change something so that way if they deny pushing it back, then they'll be kind of screwed themselves, like Melly's team. So they have to agree to it being pushed back, or they get screwed, because they'll try to drop some new stuff and then, oh, let's go to trial.
Yeah, that's why they got.
So it's just like they're literally trying to screw him. Like he already got a mistrial. Like they should be able to get almost like flags on the play, and it's like almost like the NBA or any sport. You get too many personal fouls, too many fouls, you foul out the game, and they should see that the prosecution is really committing too many fouls, and almost I think Melly's time should be served and he should get out. I don't know about the whole situation,
but you remember
it's super odd.
But you remember he just changed his lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
He just changed his lawyer to Drew, the same lawyer that all the other rappers use.
The rapper lawyer.
So basically what that means is that the lawyer that you have isn't doing the job that they need to be doing. And like you said, and his mom's also been saying this too, like the Florida justice system has been doing some crooked stuff. Like, we got a mistrial. You should at least give him a bond. Like, give him something. He's been in there for a minute. Like, Bordeaux had a bond, but then he violated because he went to the strip club.
That's crazy.
And then they took him back.
I can't enjoy my life.
Hey. But I mean, he violated and everything. They sent him back. But like Melly, he never got a chance to get out. And I mean, like his mom's like they doing him dirty. Like he should.
Are you
get
free
something.
Melly or keep Melly?
I'm free Melly, of course.
Okay.
You can't prove it. You got to be able to prove it. Like it's not what you do, it's what you can prove.
Free this demonic man.
So you can't prove it. I mean, like the whole situation is crazy. But I mean, it should. We gonna keep y'all posted on this whole situation. I mean, Border's gonna be getting out real soon. Like in
We'll
4
see what
to
happens with
5
Melly.
years, we're gonna see what's happening to Melly. Melly has court.
Keeps getting screwed.
Yeah, basically keep getting screwed.
But speaking of keep getting